Good Monday morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. We're going to be spending the next 10 minutes talking about the weather here in southeast Texas. Looking for a cold night tonight as temperatures dip down into the middle to lower 30s. So this will be the coldest air so far we've seen this season. Elsewhere across the country, we'll be taking a look at that. There's some snow over in parts of, say, the Tennessee Valley for this afternoon. And then we'll be taking a look at the 7-day forecast, which includes, looks like another shot of some rain. That's going to come later on this weekend. Most of this week looks dry. Actually, we're going to be warming up quite a bit after today. We'll see temperatures in the 60s and eventually 70s as we head towards the end of the week. So we'll show you all that. First, let's take a look at the rest of the day forecast for today. And today, lots of sun, but staying cool. Temperatures going to be in the upper 50s, 58, 59 for afternoon highs. And then we drop back into the lower 50s around 6 o'clock this evening. And by 10 o'clock, we'll see temperatures already falling back into the lower 40s. So jacket weather out there for this afternoon and also for this evening, maybe even a little bit thicker jacket there as we head towards 10 o'clock if you're going to be out late for this evening. But no problems as far as any active weather. It's just going to be very quiet but very chilly or cold. Allergy report showing a medium on tree, medium also on mold, weed as heavy, and then grass is on the low side. So kind of all over the place as far as the allergy report for this Monday. As we check outside, like I said, blue skies out there. We'll start off in Lake Charles as we take a look at some of our Roofing 911 live sky cams. And this one over towards Lake Charles, something I just noticed earlier today. I don't know why I just noticed it, but they're building a bridge here from Lake Charles over to part of the island there. Didn't know that was going on. Anyway, here's a look at Pervalis. This is, of course, up in Jasper. We're looking at a Roofing 911 sky cam as we took a look at the top of the Jasper County Courthouse. And once again, blue skies up in Jasper, not a cloud to be found as high pressure builds in behind that cold front that went through over the weekend. And we're seeing it looks like a nice day up there, just a little breezy. You can see those leaves blowing around and definitely cool as we're expecting temperatures to stay in the 50s today in Jasper. Might get up to about 56, 57, somewhere in that range for later on this afternoon, but not much warmer than that. And then we shoot down to Port Arthur. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, and you can definitely see some quiet conditions there. Some traffic on the intercoastal waterway there, moving it right through Port Arthur there. I like when the big ships come through. We've seen a few big ships come through here lately this morning, but that's just a barge going down the intercoastal for this morning. And looking at quiet conditions down there in Port Arthur, just a little bit cool. They'll also be looking at temperatures staying in the 50s for today, maybe some upper 50s, close to about 60 degrees. Blue skies out there, and we'll see that on all our cameras. Nobody's looking at any type of cloud cover for this morning and going through the rest of the afternoon. Take another look at a camera over towards the Horseman's Western Store. This is over in Orange. And it looks like if you're heading out for lunch, you need to go down I-10, no problems there. Maybe just jumping on the highway in Orange and heading over to Lake Charles. Looks like no issues there. Our Roofing 911 live Skycam network from the Horseman's Western Store currently showing temperatures in the lower 50s at 53. Humidity very low, 40%. And we're seeing that northeasterly wind coming in at around 6 to 7 miles per hour over there towards the Orange area. So beautiful afternoon as you look out the window. A little bit cool if you're stepping outside. Make sure you have the jacket handy and maybe at least some long sleeves over in the Orange area. Let's take a look, one more camera, and this is the Packer the Prey. We've got the camera turned towards the port of Beaumont and see a few ships parked out there in the port and blue skies overhead. Currently showing 51 degrees downtown. Humidity once again right around 40%, and we're seeing a little bit of a northwesterly wind at about 7 to 9 miles per hour down towards downtown Beaumont. Temperatures right now anywhere from the lower to middle 50s, 52 in Beaumont, 52 also in Silsbee, Port Arthur, 51 in Orange, 52 in Jasper, 53 in Woodville, and then 56 in Kirbyville. So definitely jacket weather to start off on this Monday morning. Satellite and radar, not much showing much. A few very thin high clouds coming into North Texas. That's about it. Nothing going on across Southeast Texas. Nothing on radar, no clouds even. So can't any rain if we don't have any cloud cover. Now, high pressure will be overhead in the next few days, keeping us nice and sunny, keeping us cold tonight as temperatures are going to be dropping back down into those lower 30s towards the lakes area. So definitely the coldest air we've seen so far this year. And then we'll see a warm up as this high pressure moves off towards the east. We'll start to see more of a south wind the rest of the week, and that should push us up close to 80 degrees by, looks like, as we head towards maybe Thursday or Friday. As we look around the rest of the country, We have lots of cold air spilling in from Canada. You can see that with the cloud cover there just coming down across the Midwest. From the Midwest over towards the West Coast, pretty quiet. We do have a storm system pushing into Pacific Northwest, bringing in some rain to parts of northwestern Washington, around Seattle, places like that. Head farther to the south towards Los Angeles, San Francisco, some cloud cover there, but nothing really to talk about as far as precipitation. And the Four Corner State's pretty quiet. Texas is quiet. Then you shift your view over towards the eastern half of the country, and we got a little bit more activity there. You can see these little purple boxes popping up. That's because of the cold weather and also some snowy weather. Parts of Tennessee, parts of western South Carolina, North Carolina, getting a little bit of snow out there for this morning. Also been seeing just very cold temperatures up in this part of the country. You can see a little bit of a lake effect snow coming in through parts of Michigan for today. And then as you get up into New England, they're dealing with a little bit of rain with a storm system departing there, a cold front. But that's actually the cold front that came through here. That's the back side of it. And then behind it with this cold air spilling in, they're seeing some moisture and some snow through parts of the eastern U.S. So definitely starting to look a little bit more like the season out there, a little bit more like fall with some snow through parts of the Appalachians. Futurecast showing temperatures climbing out of the 50s. I should say not climbing out of the 50s, but dropping out of the 50s into the 40s for this evening. I think we'll be in the 40s until about 10 o'clock, and then we'll start to see those 30s return. And our numbers are going to be dropping down close to freezing for looks like tomorrow morning. With the light winds, the clear sky, it's going to be pretty cold out there. And then tomorrow, look at this, by lunchtime we'll already be around the lower 60s, and then we warm up into the middle to upper 60s for Tuesday afternoon. So even though we'll see a very cold start on Tuesday, the afternoon looks pretty mild. So hopefully we won't have to do too much in the cold weather tomorrow morning, but just make sure those pets and pipes are taken care of early on Tuesday. Along the coast, we're looking at a north wind at 15 to 25 knots, seas from 2 to 4 feet for this afternoon. Small craft advisory in place with rough conditions on the inland lakes and bays. Only one high tide, that's at 9:24 for tonight. Our sunsets tonight's at 5:22. Texas Point right now, north winds at 6, gusting to 14, and the water temperature in the lower 70s. So sunshine for today, north winds from 5 to 15. We'll see temperatures from, say, mid-50s in the lakes to the upper 50s here around the triangle. And then tonight's forecast, clear and cold, light and variable winds, so that should allow us to drop down around 35, 36 here in the triangle. And then as you get up into the lakes, near freezing. So frost possible throughout the area, maybe a light freeze up towards the lakes. That's why we really want to cover those plants. I would do the same thing here around the triangle just in case. And of course, make sure those pets are taken care of once again. Our 7-day forecast showing temperatures in the 60s tomorrow. We go from 59 today to 68 on Tuesday, and then jump to 78 on Wednesday, and we'll hold around 78 to 80 all the way through Saturday. Notice morning lows in the 50s and 60s, so far cry from the 30s that we're going to see tomorrow morning. A nice warm up towards the second half of the week. Now here comes our next cold front. Saturday, it looks like a mostly dry day, but by Saturday evening, we could see a couple of showers popping up ahead of the front. And then as the front pushes through, especially early on Sunday, we'll go with about a 60% coverage of scattered showers and thunderstorms moving through the area. Could pick up some heavy rain at times. We could maybe get about an inch or so of some rain, which we need. We're over 10 inches behind at this point, so a good dousing of some rain, hopefully early Sunday, would be a good thing for us here in Southeast Texas. Show you a phone number here at the bottom of the screen, 409-749-9302. If you have any weather questions, you can always text us there, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. We'll check the phone from time to time and try to answer those questions. Of course, you can't call that phone number. We don't answer the phone, but we will take text questions, and we'll answer those as fast as we can. I do this stream every morning from 11:30 to about 11:40. Carrie Cooper does it generally the second half of the week.